start from the page number. Page number is, tell me the page number. Okay, number 42, and everybody ready? So sure, I know that. Tom went on warmly, his big thin hands gripping a chair were white at the knuckles. I guess if all these zaps were like you, there wouldn't have been a war. Okay, this is done. As yesterday we studied that Tom was talking to Dr. Sadao for the first time. He thanked Dr. Sadao and he said that if all the Japanese would be like you, then obviously there would not be any war because you are such a fantastic person, you know. You have helped an American. So that is why if everybody would be like you, especially the Japanese, then such a thing won't happen in future. Like Sadao said, fine, yeah, that could be possible. And so as it was decided that the assassins would come in order to kill the person. So Sadao continued waiting for 2 nights. You know, Sadao was not able to sleep for 2 days in continuation, and nobody came to kill the person or to lift his body also. And Sadao was not able to sleep, but this person, prisoner of war, he enjoyed the sound sleep. Now, see, on the second night, as Dr. Sadao, he was thinking that the person would be killed. And next morning, when he entered into the room, he was sure that definitely on that night, definitely the person was killed and the body was taken. And he thought that when he would come out from the room, he would inform Hana that this is the plan of action that was, discussed with the general. So now that is done, and now you should not bother. But it did not happen. And when he came out, entered into the room, the person was sleeping, and outside, when he returned, Hana was there. He informed Hana that the person is sleeping. Now, what shall we do with him? Hana whispered her old refrain. So Hana, she said, like, now what we are going to do with the person? Now the person is coming out of danger. He has started walking also on his feet. So what is to be done? Sadao said, fine, in a day or two, I would decide. I would take an action within a day or two. But certainly he thought the second night must be the night. This also we have done, fine. So it was also discussed, like on the second night also, nobody came. So, but the next morning, the American was still there. Then the third night, of course, must be the night. The wind changed to quite rain, and the garden was full of the sound of dripping eaves and running springs. Sadao slept a little better, but he woke at the sound of a crash and leaped to his feet. So now 2 nights he was not able to sleep. But on the third night, he was thinking that definitely, like on that night, definitely the person would come and would kill this prisoner of war, and the body would be lifted. So as he was sleeping, though he slept a little better than the previous nights, and he heard all of a sudden, he got up because he heard some noises in the garden. So now there was a sound of a crash and leaped, and he stood up. Leaped means he jumped on his feet. What was that? Hannah cried. The baby woke at her voice and began to wail, I must go and see. Now, as there was some noise, disturbance in the garden, so all of a sudden, Dr. Sadao, he got up, and Hannah also. And as Hannah got up, the baby also, got up, and the baby also started wailing, means crying for the mother. So now Hannah said that I should go definitely and check the baby. But he held her hand, held her and would not let her move. But Dr. Sadao did not want that Hannah should leave the room. Otherwise, in that case, what would happen? Hannah would move into the prisoner of war's room also, like in order to check the person, it could be possible. And if she would, by chance, if she would see that the assassins who were there in the room, they are killing the person and all the things are happening, then definitely she would, burst into the shriek of, crying. So obviously, he did not want such a thing to happen. So that is why Dr. Sadao, he stopped her. Sadao. So she cried, what is the matter with you? Now, Hannah is not able to understand, like, why he is behaving in this manner. So she said, like, what is the matter with you? Yeah, how you are behaving? Don't go, he muttered, don't go. Please stop, don't move out. His terror infected her. Terror is also infectious. If one person is terrorized, by his behavior, the other person, the nearby people, they also become terrorized. Terror is, as the happiness is, spreading. Happiness is also infectious. Smile is infectious. If one person is smiling and the person is laughing, and the nearby people, they would also start laughing by observing that person. Happiness is also infectious. If one person is happy, then the nearby people, they also start becoming very happy. In the same manner, terror and fear also. If one person is terrorized, then the nearby people, they would also feel somehow, afraid of the situation. Like something may happen, some negativity will be there in the environment, right? So here the terror was there, and she stood breathless, waiting. There was only silence. Together they crept back into the bed and the baby between them. So now Dr. Sadao, he did not want that Hannah should go all alone. So together they went into the baby's room, brought the baby, and then let the baby sleep between them. Yet when he opened the door of the guest room in the morning, there was the young man. Now just a surprise. He was thinking that on this third night, definitely the assassins would have come and taken the body. But on the third night, like after that, on the next morning, when he entered into the room, to his surprise and shock, the person was still there inside the room. He was very gay and had already washed and was on his feet also. Gay, very cheerful, and he was standing on his feet also. Means fully confident, cheerful, and happy and hale and hearty. He had asked for a razor yesterday and had shaved himself, and today there was a faint color on in his cheeks also. Like now the person is able to walk on his feet. He was able to stand, and day before that he has asked from Dr. Sadao his razor in order to shave properly so that he would look smarter. So next morning, on the third night, after that, on the next morning when he entered, he had already shaved also. He was looking smart, and there was some color on his cheeks. Means the boy, like as we have studied now in the beginning, the boy whose face looked pale, colorless, now there was some color, some tinge of color was there on his face, which means that like now he's there was the beard, so that is why the face was not seen clearly. Now he has shaven, so that is why the color was also there on the cheeks. I'm well, he said joyously. He was said very happily that I'm all right. Sadao drew his kimono round his weary body, and he could not. He decided suddenly go through another night. It was not that he cared for this young man's life, no, simply it was not worth the strain. Now, a very, very important decision taken by Dr. Sadao. I always say in the class also, like whatever the decisions must be taken, that must be taken by the person himself or herself only. Don't rely on others. When you are kids at your age, definitely I would say you must rely upon your parents only. But as you would grow older, younger, then you should start taking your decisions and discuss with your parents, because it's very important and must go in a right direction. Don't rely on others. Don't depend on others' shoulders, because it may be possible that may misguide, as in this case of Dr. Sadao. Dr. Sadao, he was dependent on General. That General would definitely help him by sending the assassins. But as I said in the beginning of the lesson also, like General was very selfish for his own selfish gains. He has kept Dr. Sadao. He was not sent at the war front to take care of the soldiers. One life is much more important than the life of the thousands of soldiers. So, and I always quote these two important lines also. I love these lines, like जिंदगी तो अपने दम पे जी जाती है, जिंदगी तो अपने दम पे जी जाती है, औरों के कंधों पे तो जनाजे निकलते हैं. So we should be the torch bearers. We should carry on the burden of our lives on our shoulders as we grow up. Still, you are the kids, and later on when you will grow, start taking your own decision. Just listen to your heart, listen to your brain also, take a sensible decision, and definitely you will get success also. So now, as he was dependent on General, and the General was ditching him every day, he was waiting. He could not sleep also peacefully. So now he decided to take his own decision. So as he entered into the room, he found the person was cheerful. He was standing on his feet. That means the person could walk. So now he brought his kimono, and what he did, he brought kimono and started drew his kimono around his weary body. He could not, he decided suddenly go through another night. This means what? Now, Dr. Sadao, he decided that like in this manner, if he would continue waiting for waiting for the general to send the assassins, then it could be possible that like in this manner he had waited for 3 nights. It could be possible that it could be 13 days, 30 days, it could be n number of days. And for example, in your junior classes, like in third, fourth, there was a story you may have read like Sheraya, Sheraya. One boy, you know, one shepherd, he was in the, he went to the grassland and he had the, you know, horses and sheep also along with him. And he was such a boy, he used to try to befool the people. So he used to shout that Sheraya, Sheraya, please help me, help me. And the people, the villagers, they used to run around in order to save the person. And he used to say, I was just trying to check whether you would come and help me out if I would be locked in such a situation. So this person, he did once, he did twice, thrice also, and the people, the villagers, they used to stop stop their work and used to come in order to save this person. And in this manner, he was, you know, befooling the people. Later on, all the villagers, they realized that he's such a foolish person and he's wasting our time in checking us. So now on the fourth day, once again, he did that. And actually, in reality, the lion was there. The lion was jumping and, you know, coming towards this person. On that day also, he was shouting loudly, please save me. The lion is near to me. Please save me. And all the villagers, they have taken it for granted that this is the person's habit. It has become the habit of shouting and, you know, trying to ditch us. So that is why nobody went to save the person. And finally, you can understand the result. What happened? The person, he was, you know, like attacked by the lion and he was killed also. So this is why, you know, first thing is that we must not try to befool others, because in that manner we would definitely be fooled one day. Second, the mantra of life is we should depend on ourselves. We should not rely on others, except the parents, I would say. Fine. So in this case, he was relying upon the general and he decided now it's a high time. General is careless person. He is selfish also. He is not going to send the assassin. So now I must take that decision. Until this time, this particular day, he had saved the person's life, caring, operating upon, and all the things to be done. Now he decided, now it's almost done. Now I should save the person's life. So he made him wear the kimono. Kimono is the Japanese dress that we have already discussed. And now he said that I cannot, you know, go for another night, keep on bothering. So it's not possible. So no, simply it was not worth the strain. The strain that he was taking, you know, the stress he was undergoing, that is not fruitful. So he decided to take the decision. You are well, Sadao agreed. He lowered his voice in a very soft tone. He said, now you are perfectly all right. You are so well. Now underline this complete passage. It's very, very, very important. Super duper important. Fine. On the basis of this, there is a question also. Like, what was the final decision taken by Dr. Sadao in order to save the life of Pao, that is prisoner of war? So this is the decision and this is the plan of action. So you are well, and I think if I put my boat on the shore tonight with food and extra clothing in it, you might be able to row to that little island not far from the coast. It's so near the coast that it has not been worth fortifying. Now, line to line explanation, as I said, it's very, very important. So just focus on the lines. Fine. Now, Sadao, he decided his plan of action. First, he made him wear the uniform, that is kimono. Why? What is the reason? As the person is an American, right? So if he would go in a particular like a trouser and shirt, such a dress, then everybody like they would be able to recognize that the person is an American. And obviously, as the war was going on, so definitely it could be possible that they may attack upon the person. So now, first thing is that his dress must be that of a Japanese, so that all the Japanese near to him, they would consider that the person is a Japanese, right? So first. Second thing he said that I would give my boat. That is on the tied up on the shore. So I would give you my boat. In that I would give you extra food, extra clothing will be there. So that, for example, like if you need more help, if you need more food while moving to the particular place, now I'll be mentioning in the next lines, so that at least because of starvation, because of hunger, you should not die. So I will make all the arrangements for you, right? So first is he gave his dress, kimono. Second, he arranged for the boat. Third, he gave extra food and extra clothing. And in it, you might be able to row to that little island not far from the coast. And what you are supposed to go do is, like, you are supposed to row the boat, fine, and then you are supposed to move to the nearby shore, like sorry, near to the island. Like if you would go away from this shore, seashore, like you will find an island also very close to this part. So at least you will be able to reach that place. That is a safe island, right? It is so near the coast that it has not been worth fortifying. Now, what is the meaning of fortifying? For example, as you know, like Ashirvad Atta, you know, Ashirvad Atta, its advertisement comes on the television. And what is said? That this is a fortified atta. Fortified means protected, highly protected, super duper protected, means extra care has been taken in checking the, you know, the wheat, fine, and then grinding it, and all the measures are taken. So that is why it is a protected one. It's good, it's healthy, right? And one more fact also, like a Jodhpur. In Jodhpur, there is a prison, and the prison is also fortified, means is highly protected, you know. And you know, like Salman Khan, when his case was there, his hearing was there, and you know, he was in prison only in the Jodhpur jail. As there was the case of the buck deer, you all remember, that is the Chinkara. Because of the hearing, he had to come, and he was, you know, kept in the Jodhpur jail in Rajasthan, because especially this prison is the, you know, fortified. It's very safe. Why so? Because, you know, the prison, the normal height that is there in all the prison everywhere, it is almost the same. But what is the difference is, like above the walls, there is the wiring throughout the sides. So the wiring is there, fine, and that is also very high. 3 lines of wiring is there, and 24 into 7, the electric current is passed through that, you know, the electric current is passed through that wiring. And if anybody would try to run away from the prison, then if he would try to touch the wires, immediately on the spot the person would be killed, as the electric current is passing through these wires, right? So it is a fortified jail, fortified prison. And you know, related to this, like when the Salman Khan case was there, related to this Jodhpur prison, the all the information was published in the newspapers. So that is why Jodhpur jail is called as the fortified prison. Fine. So I believe that this, the meaning of this word is clear to all of you. Fortified means like this is the safe place. This island is very safe. So that is why it is, there is no protective measure is taken. You know, it has not been birth fortifying, means like it's very close to the shore. So that is why if any danger would be there to any person, so the person would be easily, by swimming only, the person would be easily able to come to the shore, right? Is this clear? So that is why there is no need of giving extra protection to this particular island. Now, is it clear? There is no need of giving extra protection to this island. Why so? Because it's very close to the seashore. So if any person would be in danger, at least by swimming, if he is not having the boat, the person would be able to reach to the shore and save his life by swimming only, right? So now he said that we should be able to reach to this place because this is the safe island, very close. Now, and nobody lives on it because it's because in storm it is submerged. Only problem with this is like nobody lives on this island. Fine, it is not inhabited by people. Fine, and one more problem is there. Like during these storms, it is submerged. Means it moves underwater. The water level rises very higher. So this island, it is covered by the water. So that is why it's not possible for human beings to live on this island, right? So now he says that, but this is not the season of storm. But you are very lucky. This time is not the season of the storm. So you would be safe. There is no danger that this island would be submerged underwater. You could live there until you saw a Korean fishing boat pass by. Now, what you are supposed to do? First, take the boat, move to this island near to this place. And now when you would move, just stay on this island at least for a minimum of 1 or 2 days. Because the Korean fishing boat, they pass to this island. Now, why they pass to this island? Now he would give the answer. Until you saw a Korean fishing boat pass by. They pass quite near to this island. Why so? Because the water is many fathoms deep there. Now see the Korean fishing boat. When they come to this area, in order to catch the fish, they come very close to this island. Why so? Because the water near to that island, it's very deep. Many fathom. Fathom is the unit to measure the depth of water in the oceans, right? So the water is many fathoms deep there. So the people, the Korean fishing boat, they come near to this area in order to catch the fish, right? They come very close to this island. Why so? Because if there is any danger, if the ship may drown, it could be possible at least they will be able to catch hold of this island. They will swim and reach to this island. They'll be able to at least save their lives, right? So now he said that you are supposed to stay there on this island for a period of 1 or 2 days, because every day, like 1 or 2 days, the Korean fishing boat, they keep coming over there, and you would be able to take lift, fine, you could be able to take help from there, and then you would be able to move to your place. Now is it clear to all of you? Now like during the after the explanation, I would ask you the question. If you still have any query, you can ask me. The young man stared at him, slowly comprehending. Comprehension passages are there, like in your question paper. First question is comprehension passage. Many of the students may not know this word. They simply focus that this is the comprehension passage, because in the past many years, like many students, they do not focus. Comprehension actually means what? Comprehending means understanding the passage, right? So comprehension passage means like this passage is an unseen passage. You have never ever read this passage earlier, fine. So what you are supposed to do? Read the passage first and then understand yourself, and then you should answer yourself. And in this manner, your understanding skill will be tested, right? So now he said that what you can do is just stand on this island, and now what you are supposed to just understand what is to be done. Do I have to? He asked. And he said, now are you able to understand what I am telling you? Are you able to understand what is my plan of action? He asked. Okay, so young man stared at him slowly. Comprehending means understanding. Do I have to? He asked. He said that I have to do all these things. I think so, Sadao said gently. As I said many a times, like I, admire this person's qualities. He is a gem of a person. He is a fantastic person and a gentleman, a refined gentleman with polished qualities, So he said in a very soft tone, said, yeah, I think so. Because, like nothing is possible in this condition. The people are, obviously they would take an action. And all these servants in my house, as he's not giving the explanation, but as you know and I know, because we have read the lesson, because all the servants are against me. General is not doing anything, and if I have saved your life till now, at least I should save your life till much more from my side. I should not depend on this person, the general. So he said gently, you understand it's not hidden that you are here. Within one statement, underline the statement. In one statement, he explained everything. Like it's not hidden that you are here, because all these servants, obviously, for example, like 3 servants, they have gone to their respective homes. In their respective homes, there are the family members also, right? So they obviously they would be asking, like why you have returned from there, from Dr. Sadao's house, as you had been living over there from the past many years. So why? What happened? Such a big thing that you had to take such a decision. Obviously, they would have discussed. So now he says that it's not hidden. People, they know, like you are here. So this is the only thing I can do for you. The young man nodded in perfect comprehension. The young man, now he was able to have the clarity of thoughts. He understood the situation and he nodded. He said, yeah, I understand. Okay, he said very simply, he said, fine, okay. Sadao did not see him again until evening. This is also very important. Now, as I started up from that passage, fine. Now the whole story. Now we are reaching to the, the climax, the end of the story. So I want more and more concentration, more and more understanding, deep understanding, so that it's very clear in one attempt. Fine. So listen very carefully. Sadao did not see him again until evening. As soon as it was dark, he had dragged the stout boat down to the shore, and in it he put food and bottled water. And that he had bought secretly during the day, as well as 2 quills he had bought at a pawn shop. Pawn shop, you must have seen also, there was a serial also that used to come on Disney's, no, not Disney, some Star channel, I don't remember, Star World or something like that, pawn store, pawn shop, pawn stars, pawn stars. There were 3 people, 3 boys were there, 3 men were there, and people used to come to their shop in order to purchase the things, because they have taken, they have, and the people, they used to come with the precious things, and they used to purchase, fine. So the give and take was going on. So, and in Hindi it is called as Girvi Rakhna, pawn shop, right? So Sadao could not see the person in the evening, because throughout the day, like in the morning, he discussed this matter, and throughout the day, he was busy in doing all the arrangements. Arrangements for the boat. Boat has to be properly all right. There should not be any hole. Otherwise, that would be, killing. That would be a planned murder. That would be fine. There should not be any hole in the boat. Everything has to be bottled water. Then the clothes are to be given. So now he was busy in making all the arrangement, and he was doing all these things very secretly, without the knowledge of Hana, during the day, as well as 2 quills, as you all know. So he had kept 2 quills also. For example, if it would be cold, then he would be able to, cover himself, protect himself against the chilling winds. He had bought at a pawn shop, and these all things he had purchased from the pawn shop. The boat he tied to a post in the water, for the tide was high. He tied the boat near to the post, fine, because the wind was very high. So the boat should not move away. So that is why it has to be protected. First thing, there was no moon. That is also, the nature was in his favor. There was no moon. That means it's full moon. Fine. New moon and full moon, that you have studied. So now there was no moon, means there was no light also. It was complete darkness. So in the darkness, using this darkness, he would be able to help this person to leave this place forever. There was no moon. And he worked without a flashlight. That moonlight was not there. He did not have the torch light or the flashlight also with him. Fine. So he was working in the darkness. He used the darkness, kept all the things in his boat. And now the thing is that he's supposed to bring the person also. When he came to the house, he entered as though he were just back from his work. Now he's so smart. He did not want Hana to bother. First thing. So what he was doing, like throughout the day, he was busy in taking care of his plan of action. Fine. And now he entered into the house at that particular time, as he used to enter, like after returning from his workplace. Fine. So that Hana would think that he is coming from his workstation. And so Hana knew nothing, and Hana would not be able to understand like what he is doing actually. Now Humi was here today, she said, as she served his supper. Now, as Dr. Sadao, he was served his supper. Supper, I have told you many a times. Last year also, this year supper means the last meal of the day. So as Hana, she was serving the meal to her husband, she informed that Humi was here today. Though she was so modern, till she did not eat with him. Now, Hana is a very highly educated lady, having the broad thinking also, but still she believes in the custom. She believes in the traditions. So she's such a wife, like she does not eat food before her husband. So as the husband finished his food, after that she takes the plate. Yumi cried over the baby. She went on with a sigh. She misses him so much. Now she says that Yumi came and she took the baby in her arms and she was crying, shedding tears. She said that she was missing the baby because the attachment was there. Too much of connection, the bonding was there. The servants will come back as soon as the foreigner is gone, Sadao said. Now, as soon this lady, the Yumi, she has returned. So in the same manner, all these servants, they would also return. Hana, please don't bother about the servants because we are not wrong. Whatever we are doing, what we are doing, actually we are serving humanity. And being the doctors, as I told you in the beginning of the lesson also, it's our duty. We cannot skip away from the duty, though he's the enemy. But the first and foremost is he's a human being. So we are supposed to believe in this theory. And he said that in the same manner, all the servants would return. Hana, please don't worry. Now, he went in the guest room that night before he went to bed himself. Checked carefully the American's temperature, the state of wound, his heart and pulse. Such a caring person. Fantastic. I would like to applaud for the person, Like as he was about to release the person from his house, he entered into the room. In the morning, he informed that I would be doing this for you. So be ready. And he made him wear that dress also, kimono. Now, once again in the evening, he entered into the room, checked his pulse rate, checked his heartbeat, checked the wound also, the stitches they have properly healed. Everything is done, checked properly. The pulse was irregular. Why the pulse was irregular? If this could be the regular class sitting in the classroom, I would have asked you to answer. The pulse becomes many times, our pulse rate becomes irregular. The heartbeat also becomes up and down. Why so? Because of the excitement, when we are excited, when some change is there, when the result is about to come, when something is about to happen, we become so much excited that our pulse rate and the heartbeat, there are upheavals, upheavals are there, up and down in the pulse rate and the heartbeat. So that is why, his heartbeat was irregular. But that was perhaps because of the excitement. The young man's pale lips were pressed together and his eyes were burning. Only the scars on his neck were raised. Now he has, closed his lips and his eyes were burning. Burning here does not mean that they were on fire, please, fine. Burning does not mean that they were on fire. Burning means he was crying, the tears were there rolling inside the eyes. He was, filled with so much of respect, so much of devotion towards the person. Like such a person is impossible to found in this yuga of in this time of Kali Yuga, and this happened like during the time of the World War. For example, just simply imagine the person from the enemy country, he comes to our place and we are trying to save the person. Obviously, what the person would feel, he would never ever be able to return or to repay back to the person who had done such a thing, for the commendable thing for such a person, for the enemy. So now see what happened. Only the scars on his neck were red. As we have discussed about the scars that were there, he was tortured in the prison. So the scars, they were there, they were red. Otherwise, everything was all right. I realize you are saving my life again, he told Sadao. He said, sir, you are again trying to help me. You're saving my life again. Why he said again? Because first time he saved his life by taking out the bullet from his body, right? So that was the first time he saved his life. And now this is the second time, as he had announced, Dr. Sadao had announced in the house that he would be handling this person over to the prison authorities or to the police authorities. But now he's not doing that also. And this information is known to this prisoner of war also, right? Is this clear, all the students? Is this clear? So as he had taken that decision, he had announced to the all the servants also, but he had not taken that decision also. Now this is the second time he's trying to save the person. So he was thanking. Not at all, Sadao said. It's only inconvenient to have you here longer. He's such a person, he does not believe in taking the thanks also. No need of thanking or feeling sorry or something like that. Means he does not believe in all such, formalities, pretending behavior. This means the person is real from his heart, a realistic person. If in a question it may be asked like draw the character sketch of Dr. Sadao. All these qualities that I have been mentioning from the very beginning, you should quote all the qualities and give the explanation by giving the instances that he did. He was a gem of a person. He was a gentleman, refined person, caring, considerate, loving towards his family, taking care of his respect in the society, and thinking about the general also, thinking of the prisoner of war also, realistic person, not at all pretending, very important. So now he says that no, please don't thank me, and it is difficult, it is becoming difficult for me actually to keep you here. So for my safety, he says, for my safety, my family's safety, I cannot keep you here longer. But actually what he is doing for the person's safety, because it's has been decided with the general that the general would be sending his assassins, and he is not done, but he may do as he was thinking. So that is why he said that it's not convenient. He had hesitated a good deal about giving the man a flashlight. Why so? But he had decided to give it to him. After all, it was a small one, his own, which he used at night when he was called. Now, why he was called, where he was called, I would have discussed, I would have asked you only to answer me. But now it's not possible. So, like, what happened? He was, he had given so many things. He gave him his boat, his personal boat. He gave him the food, no problem, water bottles, quills also, his kimono also. And a very precious thing that he gave the person is the flashlight, the torchlight, a very small, tiny torchlight that he gave the person. And he used it. It was a very small one, and he used it at night when he was called. Now, what does that mean? When he was called means, like, for example, doctors. The life of doctors is 24 into 7. It's not necessary that during the time when they are serving in a particular hospital, the patients would come. They may come, they may knock at their doorstep at the night also. So those who are the bio students, please keep in mind, if you become the doctors, keep my words, that your task is demanding, challenging. You have to be on your toes 24 into 7, and you should save the life of the people. Fine. So now he says that he used this torchlight when he was called. For example, if you remember, like last year we studied the chapter that is the name of the lesson is birth. There we studied the same thing. He was called, the doctor was called during the night. Fine. So that was the midnight. So it's like profession is demanding, the person may be called in time. Now the timing has changed, as you all know.